Welcome back to Briggs on Books, an international talk show. We talk to authors all over the world. We talk to people who are writing and trying to become authors. We've talked to people who have finished their writing and can't figure out how to get their books published. We talk to people who are just stuck and want to tell us about it. But we have a special guest coming on right now, Connie Bauldree, who can maybe help some of our authors through those problems. Welcome, Connie.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, tell us about your company. It's called Writer's Block Box.
Right. Writer's Block Box is a subsidiary of Author by Design. Mm-hmm. And what we do is we create resources for authors to help them write. We have workbooks that help outline their books. We have one book called The Book Builder, which gives you every single thing you need to build your book. We offer resources to get over writer's block, which is the Writer's Block Box. So we have prompts and we do little builder minis. So like last month we did the pitch builder so that they could, if they were going to pitch to an agent, it would kind of help guide them through how they needed to prepare for that. Nice. So we do a lot of fun things to help them get through.
Yeah, I'm amazed at the number of people who get writing the book. At some point, you got to put your pen down and say, "I'm done writing." You got to find editors, publishers. It's just this giant process. So I just think there's so many people out there, thousands, maybe millions of people who are stuck in that process somewhere who can't get to the end. And I'm just so happy to hear about your resource.
Thank you.
What do people have to do? I put some web addresses on the screen, writersblockboxes.com. That's hard for me to say, by the way. What will people find there?
They'll find a lot of things there. They can subscribe to our monthly box. I think that's like $28.99 or something with free shipping. But then we also have specific genre boxes. Mm-hmm. So if you just want to focus on urban fantasy or romance, we even have a steamy romance box. And then we also have theme boxes like NaNoWriMo's coming up. So we have our sprint box out so people can keep track of their sprints. And then we also offer some fun things. We have some fun tumblers and some bookmarks and things like that. So there's a bunch of different things you can find on the website that'll help for specifically what you're looking for.
Now, Writer's Block boxes, is there actually a physical box that comes in the mail?
Yes, there is a physical box that comes every month in the mail.
That's me not thinking outside the box because I just thought you go to the website and you get some help there, but it's actually you get a packet. That's exciting. You get a package in the mail. What if somebody is writing and they can't quite get to the end? Like I say, put that pen down. Do you have some resources for that?
Primarily what we do for that is we offer writing prompts, and we encourage authors to step away, start working on some of the prompts to break through. But then we also have fun things, like we have a coloring book. A lot of the times just doing something else creative can help you get back on track.
Yeah, I find that, how can I shut my mind off? Because that's when the ideas really come, is when you can really shut your mind down. And I could see get a coloring book, and just doing something totally different would be that'd be a good break. Now, so say somebody does get to the point, they finish writing, they think their book's in pretty fair shape. What's their next step? Should they look for editors? Should they look for readers? Should they already be looking for publishers?
Well, it really depends on what path they want to go down. I encourage all authors to start advertising and promoting your books on your social media as you're writing them. Mm-hmm. Create that community while you're writing the book because you can build your readership. But if you want to go independent, then you need to know how to get on, Amazon and Barnes and Noble, or if you want to go through Ingram Spark. Like, there's so many different avenues, and I encourage authors to start while they're writing, to start researching which is going to be the best avenue for them.
I talked to so many people who say, I spent 2 years writing the book. Now I'm spending 2 years figuring out this next publisher step. But you're advising, don't wait till you finish writing the book. Get started working on some of that?
Absolutely. Get started right away. Let people know what you're doing.
Right. Speaking of know what you're doing, you have the best Zoom connection we've ever had. You must do some of these Zoom calls. We have so many that are choppy and fuzzy and stuff, but I really appreciate this one. Now, so will your process, your boxes, your business help people figure out that publishing process?
We do. We actually offer a resource called the Launch Builder, and it actually goes through and gives them a basic step by step on what types of things they need to be doing, gearing up to their launch, and then as they're launching their book.
Yeah, and I understand people could be taken advantage of if they're not careful.
Absolutely. You have to really be mindful of, they're called vanity presses. If they're asking you for money, you don't go for it, because quite frankly, you can do everything on your own. If you want to go that way, then just do it yourself. It doesn't cost you anything. Maybe a little bit of advertising here and there, a nice cover artist and editor, but at the end of the day, you're spending far less on doing it yourself.
To get it done yourself, yeah. Also, I was just thinking, putting it out there on social media, starting to share a little of the story and build interest. You might also find some people then that you could enlist to read your book before it goes to press.
Absolutely. We call those ARC readers.
ARC readers.
Building an ARC team, advanced reader copies, building a team like that is super helpful, just so that you can, number one, a lot of them will give you reviews on Amazon, so you have reviews right up front. There's also services that you can pay to do that, like Booksprout and stuff, but anything you can do before the book is done will help.
Right. And you should do things like put down the pen, get away from it, clear your head a little, and that's when you could do some of that research and get going toward that. I read a book, it's published by Simon & Schuster just a couple weeks ago, and I found mistakes in it, errors. I would think in your own book you get this can't see the forest for the trees kind of thing, that there could be mistakes, and get these ARC readers, they might help you work through some of that.
Absolutely. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of your books will go through with some of those errors.
Yeah.
I've had editors that have missed errors in my books.
Yeah.
It just happens. So that's one thing I tell authors: don't strive for perfection. At some point, you have to walk away. When it's done, and publish it. And unless you're getting 50,000 readers telling you, hey, this typo is driving me nuts, just walk away from it. Don't look back.
Yeah. That's great advice, by the way. You can't worry about the one little word. So I guess you would say if people are writers, they should go to that website, writersblockboxes.com.
Absolutely.
And
we have a lot of fun stuff there.
Yeah, and they can kind of feel through and pick and choose what they might need and what might be useful to them.
Yes, they absolutely can.
Yeah.
Or if they like to be surprised every month, they can subscribe to our monthly box, because that's a lot of fun for people. They get a gift every month.
Yeah, what kind of things might be in those boxes? The surprise
So
boxes.
there's always a builder. So whether that be, like last month we did the pitch builder. I'm not going to say what we're doing this month because I know my subscribers are watching. But we always do word count stickers. We always do writing prompts. And then there's little things. Sometimes there will be notebooks. Sometimes there will be bookmarks. With our paranormal box for Halloween, we did a paranormal builder, a spell book, writing prompts, cool little paranormal word count stickers. So there's always something different. You never know what you're going to get.
Let me ask you, I had been meaning to ask somebody about this. I don't want to ask authors because their books are already written, but do some people make their books too long? Is that a problem?
They can, yeah. So that's one thing I would say is really do your research to know your genre. Fantasy books can run longer, but when you're looking at young adult or romance or things like that, 50 to 60,000 words is about your cap.
50 to 60,000, okay.
Correct.
So 100,000 words, you probably overshot your target.
Again, depending on your genre, yes. So I encourage everybody to research, go on Google, figure out what the average length of that genre is.
Yep. Very good. Now we have, like I say, a lot of authors, of course, watch our show, and we have so many people who are writing books. Or I talk to people who are just writing. They go, I don't know, it might turn into a book. I just like writing every day. But I'm glad that there's a resource. Like I say, people could be taken advantage of and led the wrong way, and maybe add years to their process if they make some mistakes. So I'm really glad that we were able to get you to come on the show and talk about this. I could talk to you about it for hours. They only give us about 10 minutes. But what else do you want our viewers to know?
You know what? Just know that we're here. We're here for you. We do an author spotlight on Fridays, and we don't charge for that. So if anybody's interested in doing that, they can reach out to me on Instagram. Like our goal, because I am an author, my goal is to help other authors. That's it. Yeah, that's all I want to do.
I would imagine you had some struggles, just like every author when they're first starting. You've worked through them, you've got the experience, and now maybe you could save some people from making some of the mistakes you might have made or other new authors might make.
Absolutely. And that's why I started this, because I
Okay.
couldn't find the resources I needed
Yeah.
to be able to write effectively.
Well, one thing is if somebody was going to start from scratch, it could take them hours or weeks or months of their time researching resources, but you've saved them that time, and now they can just go and maybe evaluate the things that you're suggesting or you've experienced.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Connie. This is really a great interview for us and for our guests. I appreciate your time, and we could have you back every month or two if you like. That would be great.
Okay.
I didn't go to the website. That was my mistake, but I'm going to as soon as this interview is over. Writersblockboxes.com. By the way, I put your email on the screen. I hope that's okay. People could email you
Yes.
direct.
That's absolutely okay.
Writersblockboxes@gmail.com. And I must say that our producers, I call them the kids because they're way younger than I, and they know how to use Instagram. I say, go out on Instagram and find me interesting people, and your Instagram caught their eye because they sent you an invitation. So
Thank you.
So we have
That's all.
we have the Instagram on the screen, Author by Design, and that's a bigger company we'll talk about next time. Thank you so much, Connie. And
Thank you.
for our viewers, stick around. We're going to have another author coming up right after this.